Hi everyone, Pat Gallette here from the Dragonfly Art Program. I just want to tell you a little bit about where our program is going because it has shifted into a mentorship program. And what that means is that when we begin, we start to work with our feelings and our attitudes towards life and art because they are often the same. We deal with our belief systems. When you walk into your art space, you bring in all the beliefs you've been taught for your whole life. You bring in the emotions of the day. If you've watched the news, if you've had an interaction with somebody that wasn't pleasant, um, all of these things you bring in, the day, how you feel during the day, um, how you woke up, how well you slept the night before, you know, um, everything that you are experiencing, you bring into your studio space. And I would always tell my high school kids, leave your stuff at the door. When we come into our art studio, our art classroom, we want to start fresh. We want to come in with a place with fresh eyes, look at things in a new way. That's the only way to be open to creativity. When you linger on all the past stuff, you're living in the past. Coming into the art studio is coming into the now. you know this is what we do. So the mentorship program begins with looking at the attitudes, um, creating a success path for yourself. I always see it as a spiral in that you're never back at square one again. Every time you learn something, your body remembers, and you really are moving up and onward, moving forward as you do art. You always, those things stay with you. They come out when you start to play and work with the art materials. So you create your own success path. Where are you now? Where would you like to take your art next? What kind of an artist do you see yourself becoming? All of these things go into your belief system. Another belief that some people hold is that they'd hate to waste materials. Well, this is when you do not value what you're doing. Number one. Number two, I've heard that you have to go through a lot of canvas to get to be a good artist. Well, I'll say we go through a lot of paper. And so I put you on to different supplies, different ways of getting affordable paper that you can practice with, that you can do all of the lessons with, that we're not aiming for a final finished gorgeous product. If we get that, that's a bonus. But it's all about the feeling here. It's all about how it makes you feel. When I do a painting, if I've been upset or something, it'll come out very tight. I'm not pleased with it. I just did one like that this last week. I got out all those feelings and emotions, and then right away, I painted over it. And this is where the escape painting came from. And the escape is loose and free, and I felt so much better. This is how you heal yourself with art. You get all that tight crappiness out of you, and then just loosen up and go into the flow, go into the creative process. This is a place where you lose yourself. This is a place that's timeless. This is the place that we always will aim for, and it all begins with your attitudes and your feelings. So you have your success path. You create your own sanctuary to get balance from the outside world. Healing the world begins with healing yourself, and this is how we do it with art. We learn skills. Okay, skills are kind of like the craft of art. We learn different techniques. We learn how to use different tools. You can practice skills all the time, day in and day out, until you get great. Drawing is a skill. mixing your colors, painting, using your brushes are all skills. And you can just stay in that place and just get great. A lot of artists have made a great life for themselves with just honing in on their skills. But then in the mentorship program, we take it to the next level. We enter the mystery. We take all those skills and now we shift our focus. We look at it in a different way. We put our feelings into the art. We put the life around us, our life in this moment, into the art. We make art that is meaningful. And this shows in your work. And this is what people are drawn to. They can feel your power in this art. They can feel your emotions and feelings in this art. It makes all the difference. And that's where the mentorship program can offer you this next level if you want to do that, if you want to go in that direction. In your art studio space, you create the life you want to live. You create the world you want to live in. This is your space, your creative space. It's like your womb. And this is where you can rebirth yourself into whatever you choose to be. Out in the world, we're kind of tossed around by things that happen, and too often we react instead of really taking it in and coming from a place of consciousness. And this is where art takes you. You come into a place of mindfulness. You come from a space of consciousness. It makes all the difference in your life and in your art. So I would say also one more thing. We learn to talk to our inner artist. Too often we don't talk to ourselves in a gentle way. And we shift that around right away in the first 4 weeks. We learn to talk to our inner self, to our inner artist. We kind of take a step back and become the observer, become the witness, and talk to them as though they were another aspect of ourselves, by name, like, what would you do? What do you think would be a good idea to do for this painting or this art or this choice in my life? I have a decision to make. What would you do? Inside of us, we have the inner critic that has been, brought together by all the people in our lives. But we also have the inner wise one, the wise person who knows. Deep down, all you need is a little trust in yourself and some courage to tap into that knowing part of you. And we work with that. And we work with that, not just in the first 4 weeks. That lays the foundation. But this is an ongoing thing, just as art is an ongoing thing to get rid of self-doubt, to trust ourselves in a deeper way, to create art that is truly representational of our feelings, and it's all about the process. We come out of it feeling better, feeling great. And if the end result is wonderful, well, then that's an added bonus. But it's all about the doing of the art, the kind of person you become in the doing. So with the mentorship program, you get more of a focus and a direction. So if this sounds like something that interests you, at our group, www.awegroup.net, sign up over there. You get a free lesson to see what it's like. You'll know when the doors open again for the mentorship program. You can comment and tell me what you're thinking, and we can have conversations going back and forth. But it would give you, a direction to go in with your art. Every Monday, you get a new art project, lesson, or some inspirational thing that you will improve you or your art or your focus or just your feelings. So thanks so much for being here, and I will talk to you soon.